Well, hello, everybody. Today I have the pleasure of speaking with Mukund Raghunath from Acies Global. He is the founder and CEO. My name is Della, and I'm one of the founding editorial board members of CDO Magazine. Mukund, it's great to have you today. Would you mind just telling us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, Della. Thanks for having me on the CDO podcast today. And I'm now founder and CEO of a company called Acies Global, which helps many Fortune 1000 clients in their digital transformation journey.
I think for modern organizations, one, the accountability ownership, like think like an owner. The other one is kind of that breakthrough, big think, innovation. So those are really important principles. Can you share a little bit in terms of how do you instill those principles into your employees and also your clients to actually make it become the reality?
Good question. It is a constant endeavor to make sure that some of these are celebrated on a daily basis, so that
Mhm.
they our employees see how important it is. So from an ownership perspective, um, it's that's rewarded in our company. If somebody takes ownership and they put their hands up and say, "Hey, I don't know, but I need to learn it today. Can somebody help me?"
Mhm.
Right? To me, that's not a negative sign. That's a huge positive sign, because what they're telling me is what they're telling the organization is, this is important. The output is important. The outcome is important, right? And I'm willing to take help to get it done, and I'm willing to learn, right? So that becomes very, very important. The other thing is,
Yeah.
in terms of broadening the scope of what and constantly learning. One thing that we encourage our folks to do is, I spoke about the three buckets: creation, scaling, and consumption. We encourage people to move across these. Even if you're a data scientist, we have people who work as a data scientist for a particular client engagement, who now play the role of a data engineer in another client engagement. Or we have people who, we build some products internally, and we have software developers who built those products, who've gone on to become great data scientists and other client engagement. So we encourage them to move around, so that really bring to fruition the vision that we have, right, of being able to appreciate all aspects of creation, scaling, and consumption, and bring them together.
I mean, that's amazing. So what I'm hearing you say, core to your principles, core to your organization is really focused around that accountability. And then even more importantly, walking the talk. And you have provided us some really interesting and valuable insights in terms of how you are able to do that. So kind of looking ahead, are there any exciting new developments coming down the line for your organization?
So obviously, Gen AI is something that we have our eyes on, and what we want to do is build a lot of accelerators that will help. If you look at Gen AI, the most important thing for companies, and the most important promise that Gen AI holds for companies, is that the time to market, time to value, is going to be much lower. Right. And in order to do that, one of the things we are investing in is building accelerators that can solve some of these common problems, or the common components of problems for different use cases, faster. Right. So we'll be investing in that. We had a hackathon last month where
Mm.
multiple teams participated to build some of these out. Right. So those are things that we are investing in. The other area that we are quite excited about is sustainability
Oh,
and
interesting.
climate change. So we
Kind of doing that together. That's excellent.
and I think that's another area where data and technology can play a huge role in our mind. So we are building, and I think the biggest challenge there in sustainability is, a lot of companies are pouring money into building more sustainable products and services and their operations in general. But how do they communicate the value of their sustainability effort to their downstream partners or customers is still a gray area, and we're building a solution that can help with that.
I love that. Like the fact that you're kind of thinking about that as you're growing and as you're scaling your organization, having that go hand in hand makes a lot of sense in today's modern environment. So, just a couple things that I would like to kind of pick your brain on. in terms of where do you see the future of analytics going for aspiring leaders? So you have a wonderful career trajectory. You've had lots of different experiences across different domains, but as an aspiring leader, somebody either entering the field or is has been in the field but wants to elevate to more of a leadership role, is there any advice that you would like to share with them?
Uh, something that I tell all our new employees and people we hire from colleges, never stop learning
Mm,
because the field is changing so rapidly, right? The technologies that were in their prime 2 years ago are now, getting obsolete, right? Or 3 years ago,
yeah.
right? The That means, come with a mindset of learning whatever the two technologies are just tools, right? Learn the fundamental concepts of data science and data engineering and software engineering well, you'll be able to catch whatever is thrown at you, right? And that becomes very important. Having that mindset of a deep generalist, I think, is where the world is heading towards.
Yeah, I think that's great advice and great insights in terms of having that more generalist mindset, being able to cross different domains, really important. I'm definitely seeing it myself as well. So that leads me to kind of one of my last questions for you. We're going to move into some of the more fun things. So, what are some of the books that you would like to recommend or resources where you think people can start to delve into these topics in more depth?
Yep. So I don't have a data science book in mind, but one of the books I love is Thinking Fast and Slow by Kahneman. And I think it's all about data science is all about decision making, right? And decision making comes with its the human aspects of being irrational,
Mm,
right? Understanding the cognitive biases, I think, just helps us craft better hypotheses and think about decision making in the right way, in a more practical way, right? So that's one. And from a I subscribe to Medium and read a lot of Medium articles in the data science on the technology space to just keep myself abreast of what's happening. Choose your, but keep reading, right? Choose whatever channel or magazine appeals to you, but keep reading is my advice.
yeah. And I think the CDO magazine also provides a great resource for people to stay up to breast and up to date on developments in data, analytics, AI, cybersecurity.
Mhm.
So, what about any favorite books that are fiction?
Sure. Um, I used to love the Harry Potter series. I've read all of them many times over. But from just opens up your world of imagination. It did for me. And from a more serious book, I love The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. I don't know if you've read that, but
No, I haven't.
great book. It's a great book.
Interesting. So, I would say my favorite book, well, I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but the book that probably influenced me the most was George Orwell's 1984. And I was reading that before the age of the internet and digital. So
Nice.
it's really impactful, especially seeing how the world has evolved around that. So I
Fantastic.
don't have any other questions, and I think it's been a great conversation to learn about your career. Your thoughts have been amazing. Some of those tips around, encouraging the people around you to take ownership, accountability, to think like an owner, to be a big thing, to be a generalist. Fantastic guidance and advice from you today. So I would like to thank you on behalf of the CDO magazine for joining me, Mukund, in sharing all of your thoughts and insights. And I'd like to encourage everybody to go to the CDO magazine for more insights and interviews. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thanks for having me today.